Be better, not bitter. The mindset shift for achieving greatness. Hi there, and welcome to Manifold Wisdomverse. Today I want to share a story that has inspired countless people through the ages. It's about resilience, forgiveness, and the transformative power of choosing to be better, not bitter. It's the story of Joseph from the book of Genesis, a man who faced betrayal, injustice, and hardship, but rose to greatness because of his unwavering character. Grab your favorite drink and let's dive in. Joseph's life is a testament to this verse. Despite the pain he endured, he chose to rise above bitterness and embrace the purpose God had for him. Let's walk through his journey together. Joseph was the favored son of Jacob, and his brothers were jealous. Their jealousy led them to sell him into slavery, a betrayal that would break most of us. Imagine being stripped of your family, your freedom, and your dreams. Yet Joseph didn't let hatred take root in his heart. Think about it. How would you respond if someone you trusted betrayed you? Many of us would feel anger, bitterness, and a desire for revenge. But Joseph, he chose a different path. He worked diligently as a slave in Potiphar's house, earning trust and respect. He let his character shine, even in the darkest times. As if slavery wasn't enough, Joseph was falsely accused of a crime he didn't commit and thrown into prison. It's easy to imagine him giving up, consumed by bitterness. But instead, Joseph continued to trust God and used his gifts to help others, interpreting dreams for fellow prisoners. His faith and character remained unshaken. Here's the first lesson from Joseph's story. Your circumstances don't define you. Your character does. No matter how unfair life seems, you always have a choice. Will you let bitterness take over, or will you choose to be better? Joseph chose to rise above his circumstances, and so can you. Joseph's breakthrough came when Pharaoh needed someone to interpret a troubling dream. Joseph's wisdom and God-given insight not only solved the problem, but also positioned him as the second most powerful man in Egypt. Imagine that, a slave and prisoner rising to become a ruler. That's the power of character and faith. Another key to Joseph's greatness was his ability to forgive. When his brothers came to Egypt seeking food, he had every reason to seek revenge. But instead, he forgave them. He saw God's bigger plan. Genesis 50:20 reminds us, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good." Forgiveness doesn't excuse the wrong, but it frees you from being a prisoner of your own bitterness. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful choices you can make. It doesn't mean forgetting, but it means choosing peace over pain, freedom over resentment. Joseph's life also teaches us the importance of trusting God's plan. Even when things seemed hopeless, Joseph believed that God was working behind the scenes, and he was. Romans 8:28 says, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." If you're facing struggles today, remember, God's not finished with your story. So how can we apply Joseph's lessons to our lives? Here are 3 practical steps. Choose gratitude over grumbling. Even in tough times, find something to thank God for. Focus on your growth. Instead of dwelling on what's unfair, ask, how can I grow from this experience? Forgive and release. Let go of bitterness and trust God to handle justice. These steps won't just help you survive challenges, they'll help you thrive. I've had moments in my life where bitterness felt like the easier choice, but I've learned that bitterness only holds you back, while choosing to be better sets you free. Like Joseph, we can rise above our circumstances when we lean on God and refuse to let negativity take root. Let's make a commitment together to be better, not bitter, to trust God's plan, forgive freely, and let our character guide us to greatness. Thank you for joining me here on Manifold Wisdomverse. If this message resonated with you, please like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more inspiring content. Together, we can rise above and walk in wisdom. See you next time.